Since 2012, when the first fully automatic Obsidian farm was made, people have used the end platform, snowballs, and a wither to gather obsidian while they are AFK. Those were good times. Unfortunately, with the release of Minecraft 1.9, non-player entities don't generate the end platform when falling through end portals, therefore breaking all current designs.
I'm going to use redstone to create some deaths on the server. We've got the death counter there, 17. As you can see, Exuma's on 86. I want to go higher than 86, okay? We're really going to go to town here, and we're going to try and get as many deaths as we possibly can. I want to get into triple figures, basically. I don't know how high into the triple figures, but I definitely want to get into triple figures.
Little did you know, Mumbo. Little did you know that your simple idea was going to save obsidian farms from being forgotten by future Minecrafters. By killing the player in a constant death loop, teleporting him into the end, making him respawn at the end portal, falling in, regenerating the platform before dying over and over again, I have now to present you the first fully automatic death-powered obsidian farm concept. All you have to do is respawn, literally. The rates are slower than with previous farm designs, with only 3 obsidian every 10 seconds, which means 1080 obsidian per hour, or 17 stacks. The concept is SMP friendly, using purple dragon nukes, obsidian destroying, and wither cage method, and does not break when unloading and reloading the end. Good job fixing it, Mojang. But with every update fixing things, there is a new way of making those things work. Us technical Minecraft players are very determined, and will fight forever on the battle for dominating Minecraft in every way possible. Hello, YouTube! This is MaitreDesBlocs, and today I have here to present to you something you've all been waiting for. The 1.9 death-powered Obsidian Farm tutorial. Many of you have been asking for it recently in the comments, and some of you even tried to build it using the showcase video as a guide or the world download, and that's when I just realized it's finally time to do it. And that's right, you asked for it and we're going to provide, because that's how we do. Before we get into the actual tutorial, I have a couple changes or ameliorations I brought to the farm since last showcase to show you. So, first of all, this part over here, the collection area for the obsidian. I switched it using half the idea of a dropper elevator I had before, but also using the item sorter kind of deal with the ender chests here to make the items align on the ice and the hoppers, and every extra obsidian will just go right into the lava. With the system I had before, the hoppers were connected directly to the item elevator, making it so when the system was full, the entire item elevator was going to fill up, and then the hopper line after that, and then the entire thing would just clog up pretty easily. I also compacted the redstone wiring a little bit, and rigged up the main switch to the clocks making the cobblestone generators work, and this will save up on some lag, and hopefully it'll make it so nothing is running all the time, and it will be more friendly for servers and just for lag in general. I also compacted the redstone in the back a little bit more, made it 1 wide, pretty proud of this, and I also switched all the furnaces that I had on top of all the hoppers to droppers. A lot of people told me that this is more lag friendly, it causes less lag than furnaces do, and less tile updates. So for that reason, I switched everything over. Now it should be more lag friendly for servers and for single player too. Another change I did here was I replaced the void dropping method we had before with a lava dropping method here instead. Now all the items, all the cobblestone that is filtered is going to be burned to lava instead of being dropped into the void. And the reason is, in some worlds, the obsidian platform generates into the end island. And for those cases, there is no void to drop the items into. So for that, I decided to make one single way that would work for all farm designs. Now onto the actual tutorial. These are all the materials you'll need to build the farm at its simplest. Take a moment to pause the video if you need, look at all of this, and make sure you gather all of these materials. These can be any block type, by the way, all of these iron blocks. I decided to use iron blocks as like to show this can be any building block of your choice, as long as withers cannot destroy it. And all of these have to be the specific ones as it shows. And once you gathered all of this, I think you'll be ready to build a farm. To build this farm, you'll need to have access into the end of your server or single player world or wherever you want to build it. You'll have to have access to the end, and you'll have to have the dragon dead. You cannot build this farm while the dragon is alive, because the dragon's just going to run into your stuff and destroy everything. Or if players will respawn the dragon often, then you respawn dragons have a chance of coming into your farm and destroying all your work. So I suggest doing this into a world where people are done killing dragons, or at least if it's far enough from the middle that people can kill dragons there without the dragons destroying your farm's work. And you'll need to find your obsidian platform. This is where you spawn when you enter the end. It's going to be a 3-block clearance above a 5x5 out of obsidian. This can be either off the end island, or this can be in the middle of the end island, depending on your end configuration, because it'll always spawn at the same distance of the middle. Sometimes it ended up being into the stone, and sometimes it'll be off above the void. Above the void will be easier to build because you have all the space that you want, but if it's in the island, you'll have to do some manual digging. So, this is the kind of area you'll have to dig, or you just have to mark it if you're going to build it above the void if the platform generated there. But if the platform generated into stone, like this one, you'll have to dig out an area of about this size. You'll need, well, exactly this size, actually. You'll need 14 blocks above the obsidian platform, 2 blocks at the right, 10 blocks at the left, 10 blocks at the front, 3 blocks at the back, and 9 blocks down. And that is counting the front being the direction towards the end portal to exit the end dimension. That is the front, so here's the front 10, and then that's left, right, back, up, and down. And once you have these dimensions, then you're going to be ready to build the farm. So the first step of the farm, you'll want to make a little room around your obsidian spawn platform. And what you'll want to do for that, you'll want to do something about like this. This is like a ghost of what you're going to have to build. I'm going to use yellow stained clay for this step, but you can use any block of your choice, just to note. And first thing you'll want to do is you'll want to knock out the 2 blocks in front of the obsidian platform, just like that. 3 blocks on top, 4 blocks on top actually, and 1 block behind. And on the left and the right, you don't really have to modify anything. You can leave those blocks to mark the boundaries of the farm. And now you'll want to take a dispenser and you'll want to place it right in front of your obsidian platform. You want to place a water bucket inside of that and blocks surrounding the dispenser just like this. Trapdoors on those blocks just like that. And a cobblestone onto the obsidian platform, 5 blocks, 1 to the back of the farm. So instead of placing 5 blocks all around the obsidian platform like this, you want to place it 1 back. So this is the first row. You can place it right, second, third, fourth, and 5th. And you'll want to make that go 1 more block up on the 4 first blocks, just like that. And same thing on the other side. Next up, you'll want to take your any block and you'll want to make walls around that room, just like this. And a ceiling. Now on the back, on the bottom of the wall that you place at the back of the farm, you'll want to place a couple additional blocks, just like this. Knock this block out, place another block like that. And here you'll want to place some signs, here and there, and iron trapdoors. It needs to be iron, it can't be wooden. Iron trapdoors above those. And finally, you'll want to place some cobblestone, just like this. Now it's time for the snow golem cage. You'll want to place some glass just like this next to your cobble pushers, exactly where I'm putting it right now, just like this. Just do what I'm doing and put it all the way up, so it's 3 blocks just like that. 1 block on top, but you don't want to place that yet. First of all, you'll want to place a placeholder block right here, 2 wooden trapdoors, 1 on the cobble pusher, just like this. It's hard to place. Now on the bottom half, it needs to be on the top half of the block. There we go. Open it, and the second. Now break this block, and now you'll want to spawn your snow golem. To spawn it, you can just spawn it above the room pretty easily, just like this. And to put him inside, just nudge him, and he should fall right in there, and then block it with glass. You should get something looking like this. Now the golem cage. This is going to be pretty easy as well. You'll just have to remove all the scaffolding blocks that you used for the left side of the farm, just like that. And this is where you're going to build your golem cage. So first thing, you'll take any block that you want, and you'll need to make a platform that is 5 wide, and it's going to be going all the length of the end of the farm, to the end of the farm. So all until you reach the end of the boundary box. So just like this, and leave at the end a 2x3 opening, because that's where you're going to put your iron trapdoors. Just like this, because the golem has to fit his head there, or else it's going to suffocate into blocks. So that is for that. Then, below here, you'll want to place glass, just like this. 2 blocks high, all around the golem cage. It's optional, but if you want to see the golem, I recommend you doing that. And now you want to place solid blocks below the glass going the same exact way around, and slabs in the middle of those blocks. And there you go, now you got where the golem is going to be held. Next up, you want to place the area where the wither is going to be trapped and going to see the golem through a half slab tunnel. So to make the half slab tunnel, you want to place half slabs, 3 of them, just like this, at the level of the first glass. And they need to go all the way down 4, 5 blocks. 5 blocks exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Just like that. So you need to have a 3x5 area half slabs, and you want to put solid blocks at the left and the right of those half slabs, just like this. Now below all of that, you'll want to place a snowball dispenser. That is pretty easy too. All you'll have to do is just place blocks finishing the iron golem cage, just like this. And you'll want to place a dispenser like that. That's where the snowballs are going to go. And you'll want to fill in the area around the dispenser just like this. Put 2 blocks, 1 above the dispenser and 1 at the right of it when you look at the dispenser. That is the right. There we go. But you want to leave these 2 blocks empty. Those are going to be very important because that's where the hopper chain is going to go. And now you'll want to fill in all of this, not the blocks in front of the dispenser, but all around the dispenser shooting range. You'll want to fill it with blocks all the way to the wither end, where the wither is going to be held captive, just like this. And this can go exactly 5 blocks down too, just like that. To put the iron golem in place, you'll want to open up all the trapdoors. Just spawn the golem outside, not a problem, just like this. Just summon a golem, and you'll have to push it before its AI kicks in. And if you do this right, it should just fall in just like that, and now you can just remove the levers and let all the trapdoors close again. You have a golem in there. You know that 5 wide ceiling you started earlier? Now it's time to make it go 10 more blocks in the front of the farm, just like this, and this has to go for all the 5. Same for the floor, and you can even remove all the scaffolding in the front of the farm now, just like this, and replace this with flooring. Now, on the left wall in that room you made here, you'll want to go 3 more blocks, and then you'll want to place some chests. You'll want to place trap chests first, just like this. You'll want to place a double, then a regular chest, then a trap chest, then a regular chest. And you'll want to make that go up to until you have a 3-story tall area of chests. Now on top of that, you'll want to place some stairs or slabs, and these can be any type you want. You can just place them just like this. I like the stairs or the slabs the way that you don't see the dent of the stairs. So if you place it like this, you'll see a dent down there. That doesn't look as good, but if you place it like this, you can still open the chest and it just looks like it's a full block. So you can just do that. And now you'll want to finish the wall on this side, just like so. Now onto the opposite wall, you'll want to go 3 blocks again, just like this, 3 blocks deep, and then you'll want to place a light redstone lamp with a lever on top of it, just like this. And don't flick the lever, you can leave it like that, lever, sorry. And place blocks on the top and the bottom of that redstone lamp, and 2 blocks after, then you'll want to place a regular chest with some stairs on top facing you. Just like this, upside down stairs, 2 blocks above of that, and then finish that wall up to the end, just like so. Now it's wither cage time. From the part where you put the snowball dispenser here, at the bottom of the wall, at the left of the wall, you'll want to place 3 blocks just like this, and then 2 blocks just like that. Remove all the blocks leading like that, so it just leaves that one. Make a hopper facing into that one, and then 3 more hoppers going in a row facing all into that block. Then on these 3 hoppers, you'll want to place 3 hoppers facing into those, and then 3 hoppers facing into the ones you just placed. So you get a 3x3 of hoppers just like that. Remove the block you just placed for scaffolding, and now place a dropper on top of your hopper that is not part of the 3x3. This can be facing any way. I like to make it face downwards though, just for the way it looks, so you can easily do that by placing a block just like that, and then placing a dropper just like that. And that looks pretty good because it has that cool texture on all sides, so you can do that if you want. And now you'll want to surround all this area you just placed with the hoppers with just any regular solid block, doesn't matter which one. Just like this, just make a 5x5 area around, just like so. And then make that wall go up until it meets with the farm above. Now it's time for you to summon the wither. You'll want to summon the wither in the room you just built, the room with the hopper floor right here. You'll have to summon the wither and very quickly place water on the ceiling of the room so the wither will not blow up any blocks. And after it's summoned, you'll have to come back and remove that water. And the whole operation will give damage to the snow golem above here, but that's normal. It'll take a little bit of damage, but it will survive. One important note though, you'll want to remove these 3 blocks of obsidian, and that is very important, or else the water is going to flow more this way, pushing the water out of the middle of the room. But if you punch those 3 blocks out, you can replace them after or go through the end and it will replace them automatically, so you don't have to worry about that. Now you can just summon the wither just like this, as usual, and you'll have to very quickly place water up there. And then you'll have to move out of the wither's view, so it focuses the target on the iron golem and not you. When it just summons in, you'll have to stand back so the explosion doesn't damage you. It already notices the iron golem and it's shooting at it. You can just remove the water and the wither will just float in the middle of the room. And once that's done, the wither should be shooting at the iron golem. If the wither is not centered, a quick relog should pretty much fix it. You can also recenter it using water if you're very careful by just placing and removing water just after. Just like this. And try to center it as much as you can. I think it's pretty much good now. Another trick you can do is place the 2 water streams that are centering the wither in the middle of the room and then just place a sponge anywhere near that. And this will immediately eliminate all the water and the wither will stay in place. And then you can just close the room. And now the start on the cobble pushers. You know where you placed the cobblestone earlier? You'll want to make that continue go up by exactly 8 blocks on each side. Perfect. Now that's done, you'll want to make the lava holders. That is pretty easy to do. You'll want to take your any block, and you'll want to place it at the second block on one side facing outside of the farm, just like that. Same side you want. On the other side, you'll want to do the same exact thing here. Place a block here for a placeholder. Place a block here. Remove the block you just placed, while after placing another block right there. Now I want to remove that one, and you'll want to make a little holding chamber for the lava, just like this. And you'll want to place 2 lava buckets in there, both in the middle center blocks, one and the other. You don't need to place them at the 2 extremities. And now you'll want to place glass above all that lava. And you'll want to do the exact same thing mirrored on the other side. Perfect. Now the water holder places. So you'll want to place some more blocks just to close everything in, just like this. And the water is going to go right in the middle here. So you can punch these blocks out now. You won't need them anymore. Place blocks right here, just like this. So you want to place that there. On the other side, the same thing like that. 1 block here. Block, 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 block. So you'll have a little shape like that kind of thing going on over there, and you'll want to place some blocks in the middle, just like this. Basically, you're just making a holding chamber for the water, just like the other side, just for the lava, and like that. So now you got a little basin for the water, and you'll want to place the water sources in the middle here, and they're going to flow into the little canals. You put one there and one there. You can remove this block here now, and you can place the 4 water blocks just like this. 1 there, 2, 3, and 4. So there you go. You got 4 water sources, and you can place some glass above that water just like this. And regular blocks around that glass. Last of all, you'll want to place the pistons. You can choose any way you want to make the pistons face downwards. Sometimes it can be kind of tricky to do it. But when you get the trick, you can just do that and basically just make a row of 4 pistons facing downwards on both sides, right where the cobblestone pushers end. So that's the first side. And for the second side, same thing. And now that part's done. Alright, so the next step will be to add some redstone wiring on the same side that you put the lamp with the lever on it. On the other side of that lever and the lamp, you want to put a block like that and a redstone wire on top of that. Then you want to place a slab connected diagonally facing towards the end of the farm, so that way, a slab like that, upper side of the block, and another redstone piece on top of that, just like so. Then a block where the half slab redstone is facing into, and a block below that, just like this, with another redstone on top of that. The slab lets the redstone pass in, like, below it, and it can also go on top. So there we go. We got 2 wires, one going below and one going on top. Then on this one, we want to place a repeater that is going to face into, just like this. No tick on that. And the repeater is going to face into a block with a redstone torch on top of the block. And then we just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 blocks, and the redstone on top of all of those, just like that. Next up on the line below, you'll want to place a sticky piston right on the block where the redstone is, and you'll want to place a redstone block after that. Place 1 block below the redstone block and another block below that. Remove the one that was on top, place another one on the right of that, just like this, and then place 2 redstone on top of it, just like that. And then another block, another one, and 3 more redstone on that, and 1 block just like that. And that is going to power your dispenser above, and it's going to spill the water everywhere. That is really easy to fix. You just need to come up here, take the water bucket out, well, the empty bucket now, pick up the water. Of course, I'm in creative, so it doesn't work, but in survival, you would then have a water bucket, place it back in the dispenser, and everything should be good to go on that side. Next step is going to be a little bit of a simple one. All you really have to do for this one is connect this redstone torch to a clock that is going to power the cobble pushers up here. So what you want to do for that, you'll want to make a torch tower. First of all, place a block above your torch, another redstone torch on top of that, another block above that redstone torch, another redstone torch on top of that, another block, another redstone torch, but here's where it gets a little bit different. One other block, but a redstone torch on the side of that block. That redstone torch will lead into another block on top of that redstone torch, and then another redstone torch on top of that. Now place a block outside just like this, one comparator on top of that, subtract mode, redstone on top of that, repeater facing into that redstone, going at 2 ticks, just like that, redstone, block here added with redstone on top, and another block just to complete the loop, just like that. Now you got a simple clock going on here, and then all you have to do is link that clock to all of your cobble pushers. So all the pistons need to be connected, just like that. Next thing you'll want to do is you'll want to place 2 blocks behind the chest where you're going to put your snowballs into, the chest that is right next to the redstone lamp side inside of the room there. 2 blocks behind that chest, and 1 block below the chest on the left side, just like that. A hopper below the other blocks, and then another hopper below that one, just like this. There we go, you got 2 hoppers. Now, you'll want to go to the snowball dispenser where the iron golem is, and you'll want to start placing a hopper chain leading into that, going like this, until the last hopper you place should be in the same row as the hopper you placed just a minute ago. And then you'll want to place hoppers linking all of those up together, just like this, and then droppers above all of those hoppers. Next up, you'll want to go to your Obsidian collection chests, all the 12 double chests where you collect your Obsidian. You'll want to go behind them, then go to the middle row, 2 blocks to the right, and you'll want to place a dropper, or any block really, right there. Now you're going to scaffold down all the way 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks down, and then you can remove all of the other blocks just like that. And you'll want to make 2 hoppers facing into the 7th block below here. You can remove it now. That was just for place holding for the hoppers. And then you'll want to place a hopper chain leading unto the right of that, going into this. And if you do this correctly, it should link up to your Obsidian collection hoppers in the Wither room right here. Because now all the Obsidian that the Wither is going to destroy is going to be picked up by the hoppers below it, eventually going into this hopper chain, eventually going into all the way here into an item elevator you'll need to build now, and then it's going to go into your chest. So to build the item elevator, this is a really simple design, not by me, it's by a user, YouTube Redstoner. I think his name is Drake, if I'm not mistaken, that he made this design. But it's a really compact and silent design, so I'm using it for this farm. You want to go all the way until your last dropper is at the same level as the second row of the chest, just like that. And then once you made a dropper elevator just like that, you want to make 1 block diagonal from the dropper elevator just like this at the lowest block, and a redstone comparator on that, and a redstone torch below just like that. The redstone torch will be on for now, but that is fine. You want to make a block right here just where the redstone comparator is facing, another redstone torch into that block. 2 blocks below the torch, you want to put another block and redstone on top of that. And then you'll want to place a repeater facing into the block where the torch is, and link to the redstone here just like this. That should make the torch turn off. There we go. And then you'll want to make a diagonal double torch elevator. I don't know how you should call it. So right where this torch is, you want to place a block here, then a torch like that, then a block, then a torch, then a block, then a torch, and so on. Continue, torch, block, torch, block, torch, and this is the last one. And now you'll want to place torches on the other side of every single block that is the closest to the droppers. So torch, 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 and not this one because the comparator isn't to its spot. And on top of the last torch, you'll want to place a block just like that, and that should be done for the item elevator. Now you'll want to place some droppers above all of these hoppers here. Now it's time to make a decision. Do you want cobblestone to arrive into the obsidian chest? Do you want to receive cobblestone along with the obsidian, or do you just want to receive obsidian only? If you just want to receive obsidian only, you'll have to build this little contraption here that is going to be sorting out all the cobblestone and burning it. If you don't want to sort out the cobblestone and you want the cobblestone to go into your chest also, then don't build this part here. But if you want the cobblestone to be sorted out, you'll want to build an item sorter just like this. Right below the hopper that is still in the wither room at the edge of it, you want to place a hopper below that is facing into nothingness, basically. And below that, you want to place another hopper, and then another hopper left of that. And the first hopper will have to face, into the second hopper here. And then you'll want to place another hopper here and another one here. So basically you'll have two hoppers below this one facing both into nothingness on this side here. And that's where you're going to put a dropper facing it downwards like that. Another dropper above this hopper here, just like that. Perfect. Now a block behind here. Shift click to place a block, and a redstone comparator on top of that block. Now another block here, redstone dust, a block diagonal down of that, with other redstone dust on that, another block here. Basically, you're just making an item sorter here, and another block here, and then a torch just like that. And now in this, you want to place what item you want to sort. For you, it's going to be cobblestone, and you'll also need any block to be filler. That I suggest sticks or anything that you think is never going to go into your farm. So for the sticks, on top here, this is where you want to place it. Place 4 of your filler item, and then exactly 18 of the item that you want to sort, just like that. There we go, perfect. Now you can throw all the other away. And down here below this hopper here, dropper, you want to place a little cage for a lava block. I'm just going to place it down in there, just like this. Lava block there. Be careful for spells, and once you have a lava block right in there, now whenever you place cobblestone in there, just like this, if you place any cobblestone here, it should be all going to this dropper right here. Now to make the clock part that is going to make all the cobblestone that goes into this dropper to be automatically dispensed into the lava below, all you'll want to do really is just to place one block here, one redstone comparator on this, subtract mode, put a couple blocks here, put a repeater out of this, just like that, redstone here, blocks here, one block here, one redstone here, and then block here, and 2 blocks up like that, and redstone just like this. Now whenever you put items in the sorter, they're going to be automatically dispensed into the lava. There's only going to be one left in here after this is done, and there's always going to be one in there, but that's not a problem. They're all going to be disposed of, and they're all going to burn. Now it's time to build the player killing chamber. So what you'll want to do for that, you'll want to place 2 blocks here, then a 2x3, so 6 blocks, right here in the back of the farm, right below everything you already built in the middle here. 6 blocks like that, and then 2 blocks in the diagonal that way, 2 blocks here, and then the 4 blocks right here, just like that. Perfect. Now you want to place 3 blocks below everything, so basically you're making a little holding chamber, something where you can put liquids in there. Remove this block here in the back, then go inside of here, place a pressure plate, and then a sign just like that. Or it can be the other way around, doesn't matter which way it is, as long as you can just place a sign right there. It can be that way, it can be the other. I prefer that way myself. Then place a stone pressure plate just like that. And now, the lava placing. You want to place 2 lava buckets, one right there, and it's going to flow down there, and the other one right here. And above that, right on the obsidian, you want to place a water bucket just like that. There we go. And filling this hole back up. That's where the player is going to die, because when the player is going to spawn into the obsidian platform here, he's going to be pushed, and he's going to be going down the water flow just like this, and he's going to fall right in that, just in between the water and the lava will kill him, but he's going to be pressing the pressure plate at the same time, and that's how the whole thing works, because that's how we can detect when the player dies and make the wither destroy the obsidian after the player's death. So down here now you'll want to connect the pressure plate to this area over here, to the snowball dispenser. So to do that, you'll just want to place a redstone facing into the snowball dispenser just like this. 2 blocks, redstone on those blocks just like that. 1 block here, redstone, 1 block here, redstone. Then down in the diagonal, 1 other block like that. Remove the back one in the back. Back one in the back. Yeah, that was great talking in there. And then a redstone on top of that. 2 blocks here, redstone, redstone. Leave a gap. Then place another block here with a repeater on that block facing into the redstone line here. The gap is very important, don't fill it yet. And then 2 blocks here, redstone, redstone. And that should link everything up together. Now for the final redstone connecting part of this, you'll want to place 1 sticky piston facing downwards right where you left a gap just a minute earlier, just like this, with 1 block below that sticky piston. And that's the block that is going to let this repeater let the signal pass through to this redstone line only when the block is down, not when the block is up just like it is now. And now you'll want to connect a redstone wire up to that piston going just like this and like that. Remove this block here that was here for so long, this dummy iron block that you left here. Remove that for now, and place another block and another redstone wire on top of that. Now you'll want to remove these 2 blocks here and enter the room here. You can also remove this cobblestone just for now, because, make sure you don't fall in there, you have to place 2 sticky pistons right here, facing you this way. And 2 blocks like that. Now you can get out of this room and go back there again. I can get out. There we go. So the 2 sticky pistons are now right here. And they're not extended at the moment because they're not powered. To extend them, you'll have to put 1 block right here, right at the level of the above piston. 1 redstone on top of that. And then 1 block right here. 1 block right here. Remove the first, and place 1 redstone torch right here. This is going to now power the pistons. They're going to push the cobble back into place, and everything is going to be alright with that. Place 1 redstone dust on top of where the redstone torch is, right here. And then place 1 slab right here with 1 other redstone torch, 1 redstone dust, just like that. Again, we're going to have the signal pass through below too. So 1 block in diagonal here, and because there is a half slab, the redstone wire is able to connect right there. And then below here, whoops, you want to place 1 repeater right here, facing out of this redstone line, and 1 block just like this. And below here, you'll have to place 2 more. You have to place 1 block here with 1 redstone dust on that, and then another block here with a redstone dust on top of that. Just like this, connecting this with the wire you made before. So now everything, the redstone is done. One last step I forgot to mention, stupid me, you'll need to go in the back here and remove these 2 blocks here, add 1 redstone there, and the other corner where the repeater points to this block, just right there you'll want to remove that and put another redstone piece right there. The last step of the farm is going to be building the Obsidian collection system, where all the obsidian from your item elevator goes into your chests with overflow protection. So what you'll want to do for that, you want to place exactly 12 hoppers facing 1 hopper facing into every single chest, just like this. So that'll make it so when the bottom chests are full, it's going to fill up the next ones, and then the next ones, and so on, all the way just like that. And now you'll want to place some ice. You want to place 4 blocks of ice just against these hoppers, just like this. And 2 more here. 2 here. And 1 on top of the dropper elevator itself. Now you'll want to start encasing all of this. So you'll want to place any block type here. 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 And 1 on top of where the water source will be. Now it's probably time to place a water source, but before that, you just want to make sure that the water will not escape. So you want to place 1 block here with a sign on it, just like that. And then you want to place some cobblestone walls just like this. going all the way down. Not on the first 2 blocks of ice here. These will be where the ender chests will be, just like that. And now the water should be completely encased. If you place it, let's just test. No spill. It goes perfectly all the way down. Now the water is going to let all the items are going to slide off here, go align on the ender chest. That will make it so they won't get stuck into the hoppers. They will go above every single one of these hoppers, and it will go into the nearest one available, going right into the chests below. The thing now is that when all of these will be full, the items will have to go somewhere, and that's why we're going to make an item burn place or plot or something. You want to place a lava cage here where all the items are going to be burnt if all the hoppers are full. So to do that, you just want to place a simple, you can do it whatever really, but you just want to place a simple lava cage area here, just anything to hold it, and just like this. One block here, and now you'll just want to place a lava inside of that, just like this. And the lava is going to flow 1 block, and now every single item that cannot fit into the hoppers will go and get burned into the lava. And that's pretty much it for the farm. The last thing you'll want to do is you'll want to remove every single one of the scaffolding blocks that you placed earlier, and then you should be good to go. So if you were really stupid and you did what I just did, you should just come here and place 1 block here and 2 blocks right here around the top glass where all the items are going to be thrown. That's very important, and I was stupid and forgot about it. Aha! Now we are getting obsidian. Yes, those blocks were very important and I forgot about it, so I'm very sorry about that. But the farm works entirely now, and you should get obsidian 3 obsidian for every snowball that is dispensed, so every single time you die, you should get 3 obsidian. You can also use an auto clicker to make this faster, but if you use an auto clicker, you need to go into video settings, and you'll want to put, is it in video settings? Yeah, your GUI scale, or GUI scale, you'll want to put it to large, if I'm not mistaken. If you do that, then when you're dying this way, if you have it like that, then when you die, just like so, your respawn button is exactly under your mouse cursor. So you can just have an auto clicker clicking without stopping, just like this. And when you get right here, all you have to do is clicking non-stop. It can just do everything just by clicking. So all you have to do is set up the auto clicker and you should be good to go. Just take a look on Mumbo Jumbo's death machines or AFK death machines, and you should find some information on autoclickers and macros. So there we go, a tutorial on how to build a complete obsidian farm in Minecraft 1.9 and the future Minecraft versions, hopefully, until they fix something with it and break it. I really hope this doesn't get patched because it's too good to be true. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope this proved to be useful in some way. This is probably going to be the last of these kind of tutorials I'm making. From now on, I'm probably going to make smaller scale tutorials. Or I'm going to build stuff in my Let's Play or something and show you the process of me building it, but not necessarily this kind of big farm tutorial making. Why? Because I suck at them. I'm not good at making tutorials like this. Talking for so long, making so many instructions, remembering all the steps, and explaining everything without getting mixed up on my words, it is not my talent. And look, I can't even place this endstone block right there. There we go. It is not my talent, and I'm a lot better at other things with YouTube, so I think I should focus more onto the things that I'm good at. Tried this twice. This is just, it's taking too much of my time. I'm not even good at talking, really, and doing this right, so I hope this was good enough. I did this because I said I would make a tutorial of the farm, even though I was ready to quit, really, of making a tutorial, because I was just seeing it was too big of a project to make one. But there we go. I tried a new format with using Schematica and the resource pack to make hard edges to hardened clay blocks, and I hope that was like a good demonstration of building. I don't know if this was clear or not. I really hope it was, and I really hope that now you have a farm that is complete and working into your world, and not a wither that is loose and destroying everything into your end. I really hope. But anyways, that'll be it for this one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. MaitreDesBlocs out. why. This is new. We found something, guys.